Welcome to SpectraCam. Today we're diving into a film that revolutionized animation and captured our hearts, Toy Story. On the surface, it's a vibrant, colorful adventure about toys coming to life when humans aren't looking. It's a story of friendship, jealousy, and the joy of being played with. The film introduced us to Woody, the pull-string cowboy, and Buzz Lightyear, the space ranger who doesn't realize he's a toy. Their rivalry and eventual bond form the emotional core. But what makes Toy Story so special is its visual flair, the groundbreaking computer animation that made everything look so real and immersive. From the textured carpet to the shiny plastic of Buzz's suit, every frame is a feast for the eyes, and the premise is pure genius. A world where toys have feelings, fears, and a desperate need to be loved. It's a movie that screams success, and it delivered beyond anyone's expectations. But hold on, because there's more than meets the eye. Let's take a closer look at what lies beneath this cheerful surface.
Beneath the cheerful surface of Toy Story lies a current of existential dread that is almost unbearable. Think about it. These toys are conscious beings whose entire purpose is to be played with. Their greatest fear is being abandoned, replaced, or forgotten. Woody's world is shattered when Buzz arrives, not just because of jealousy, but because Buzz represents the possibility of obsolescence. Woody is a classic cowboy doll, but Buzz is the future, flashy, electronic, and new. This is a story about the terror of being replaced, a fear that resonates deeply in our consumerist society. And what about the toys' awareness? They know they are toys. They know their existence depends on the whims of a child. That's a horrifying thought. To be aware of your own artificiality and powerlessness, the scene where the toys are terrified of being moved to the attic or thrown away is not just a plot point. It's a meditation on mortality and worth. Think of the trauma inflicted by a child who outgrows their toys. That's the hidden pain of Toy Story. The constant threat of abandonment.
Let's talk facts and figures. Toy Story was directed by John Lasseter, a visionary who pushed the boundaries of animation. The cast was stellar. Tom Hanks as Woody and Tim Allen as Buzz Lightyear. Hanks brought warmth and vulnerability to Woody, while Allen's comedic timing made Buzz iconic. The supporting cast included Don Rickles, Wallace Shawn, and John Ratzenberger, each bringing unique energy. The budget was around $30 million, a massive risk for a then untested technology, but the payoff was huge. Toy Story grossed over $373 million worldwide, making it the highest-grossing film of 1995. Critics raved, giving it a 100% fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes. It was nominated for 3 Oscars, including Best Original Screenplay. The film's success proved that computer animation was not a gimmick but a legitimate art form. Lasseter's vision of a fully realized 3D world was a game changer. The production value was off the charts. Every detail from the lighting to the textures was meticulously crafted. Toy Story wasn't just a hit. It was a cultural phenomenon that launched Pixar into the stratosphere.
But behind the scenes, Toy Story was born from struggle and conflict. The production was plagued by near disasters. Originally, Woody was a ventriloquist dummy with a dark, sarcastic edge, far from the lovable cowboy we know. The early script was rejected by Disney executives who found it too cynical. Lasseter and his team had to completely rework the story, a process that took years and nearly broke the crew. The technology was so new that every frame was a battle. The rendering farm crashed constantly, and animators worked grueling hours, often sleeping under their desks. There was immense pressure from Disney, who doubted that computer animation could carry a feature film. The mental toll was immense. Lasseter himself has spoken about the anxiety of potentially ruining his career. The film's success was not a given. It was a triumph against skepticism and technical limitations. The shadow of that struggle hangs over the film, adding a layer of desperation to its bright facade. Toy Story was made by people who were terrified of failure, and that fear seeps into the narrative.
Visually, Toy Story is a masterpiece of pure cinema energy. The scene that still blows me away is the infinity and beyond moment when Buzz flies around the room, believing he's a real space ranger. The camera swoops and glides, capturing the thrill of flight. The lighting shifts from the warm glow of the bedroom to the cool neon of Buzz's imagination. The animation of Buzz's wings extending, the way he zips past toys, the sheer kinetic energy. It's breathtaking. Then there's the sequence where the toys battle Sid's mutant creations. The use of shadows and scale makes the backyard feel like a war zone. Every shot is meticulously composed to maximize impact. The technical achievement is staggering. The first fully computer-animated feature, and it still holds up today. The textures of plastic, fabric, and metal are so convincing. The way the camera moves through the environment, like the famous shot zooming through the pizza planet, makes you feel like you're there. Toy Story set the standard for visual storytelling in animation.
The emotional climax of Toy Story is not the happy ending, but the moment Woody and Buzz watch Sid's rocket launch. As the firework explodes, Woody says, "This is the perfect time to panic." But the real tragedy is the moment Buzz finally accepts he is a toy. He looks at his wrist communicator, sees it's just a sticker, and his entire identity crumbles. The music swells, but it's not triumphant. It's mournful. Buzz's existential crisis is one of the most philosophically heavy scenes in cinema. He realizes he's not a space ranger. He's a mass-produced plaything. That moment of shattered delusion is devastating. And what about Sid? He's a kid who loves to destroy toys. He's not evil. He's a reflection of the cruel side of childhood. The toys' fear of him is a fear of mortality. The scene where the mutant toys confront Sid is not just a victory. It's a desperate plea for survival. The film asks, what is the point of existing if you're just going to be broken and discarded? That's the haunting heart of Toy Story.
Toy Story's legacy is one of hope and inspiration. It showed that friendship and loyalty can overcome jealousy and fear. Woody and Buzz's journey teaches us that we all have value regardless of our role. The film inspired a generation of animators and filmmakers, proving that computer animation could tell emotionally rich stories. It launched Pixar, a studio that would go on to create countless masterpieces. Toy Story's positive cultural impact is immeasurable. It gave us characters we love, catchphrases we quote, and a universe that continues to expand. The message that you are a toy is not a limitation, but a celebration of being part of something bigger. The film encourages us to embrace our uniqueness and find joy in play. It's a movie that makes you want to hug your childhood toys. The hopeful ending, with Woody and Buzz flying together, is a testament to the power of teamwork. Toy Story reminds us that even in a world of change, love and friendship endure. That's a legacy worth celebrating.
But Toy Story also serves as a grim warning about consumerism and disposability. The toys are commodities, designed to be replaced. The film's subtext is that our worth is determined by others' perception of us. When Andy grows up, he will eventually discard his toys. The sequels explore this further, but the original already plants the seed. We are all waiting to be abandoned. The film reflects our own fear of being forgotten. In a society that constantly pushes for the new, Toy Story warns us that we are all replaceable. The toys' desperate attempts to stay relevant mirror our own struggles with aging and obsolescence. And what of the toys that are broken or lost? They are left behind, like Bo Peep in Toy Story 2. The film's happy ending is a temporary reprieve. The underlying anxiety never truly goes away. Toy Story is a reflection of human failure, our inability to hold on to the past, our fear of the future, and our desperate need for validation. That's the dark side of its legacy.
My final verdict? Toy Story is a must-watch for anyone who loves cinema. It's a masterpiece that blends technical innovation with heartfelt storytelling. The characters are timeless, the animation is stunning, and the message is universal. If you haven't seen it, drop everything and watch it now. If you have, watch it again. You'll discover new layers every time. I give it a 10 out of 10, and I know you'll love it too. So what are you waiting for? Hit that like button, subscribe to SpectreCam for more deep dives into your favorite films, and leave a comment telling us your favorite Toy Story moment. Let's keep the conversation going. And remember, as Buzz would say, to infinity and beyond. This is Jason signing off.
And as we close, let me leave you with a quiet thought. Toy Story is a film about the fear of being forgotten. But perhaps its greatest tragedy is that we are all, in some way, like these toys. We seek purpose in the eyes of others. We fear obsolescence. We cling to the hope that we matter. The film's final shot shows Woody and Buzz soaring above the fireworks, but even that moment is fleeting. The credits roll, and we return to our own lives, haunted by the same questions. Toy Story doesn't provide answers. It only holds up a mirror. And in that mirror, we see our own fragility. That is the film's true power, not just to entertain, but to remind us of our own ephemeral existence. So, as you walk away, ask yourself, what happens when the lights go out? This is Marcus reflecting in the dark.